Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cooks by Carrie. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, and for today's Foodie Friday video, I'm sharing how to make this delicious Ben & Jerry's vanilla ice cream from the Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream and Dessert Cookbook. This recipe is truly one of my favorites, and once you make homemade ice cream, you cannot go back. For this vanilla ice cream recipe, you're going to need 2 large eggs. Now, they need to be pasteurized because you don't want a chance of salmonella. So I I pasteurize my eggs at home before. Basically, what you do is you take some water that's at exactly 140 degrees. It cannot really go above or below. You keep it there for 3 minutes and then you put the eggs in for 3 minutes, and then they're pasteurized. Or you can just buy they sell in like cartons or kind of like a milk carton type thing of pasteurized eggs. So either one works. But you're going to need 2 large eggs, some sugar, some heavy cream, some milk, and vanilla. And that's it. This recipe is truly so simple, yet so delicious. Okay, so to start off, in a large bowl, you are going to whisk your eggs until they are light and fluffy, about 1 to 2 minutes, and I do 2 minutes. I like them to be super whipped. And the bowl I'm using is a giant measuring cup, but you can use whatever you have on hand. I'm also using a hand mixer, but feel free to use a stand mixer as well. Fun fact, I did the math, and this might be a little bit incorrect, so take this with a grain of salt. But it costs about $10 to buy it at the store, Ben & Jerry's vanilla, for the same amount that we're making here. It only cost me about $6.70. So is it a really great lower cost? No, it's not that drastic, but it does taste way better at home. So I just thought I'd include that. So now that I have my eggs all whipped up, I'm taking my sugar and I'm going to slowly add it in to my egg mixture while I mix. So just a little bit at a time. I know it's a little bit annoying, but I promise you this step is worth it. There's only a couple steps. Actually, I think there's really like 2 steps left for this recipe. So just please mix slowly. It's worth it in the end. Also, I forgot to mention for this recipe, you are going to need to own an ice cream maker. I am very sorry about that. So that is something that you'll need to do. I don't know how to make it if you wouldn't have one. And now the last step here before we add it into the ice cream maker is to add in the cream, milk, and vanilla and just combine to blend. Now, the mixture we have created with the sugar and the egg is very thick, so you just want to make sure that when you are adding in those other liquids that you're making sure that it is all one uniform thickness. It shouldn't be super thick. You don't want like thin stuff on the top and then thick stuff on the bottom. It has to be all mixed through. Also, if you're noticing that my vanilla extract looks a little bit different, it is because I actually ran out of vanilla, so I had to use imitation vanilla extract. Imitation vanilla is just a cheaper vanilla extract. It's actually not vanilla extract, but it has a similar flavor. So if you don't have vanilla, you can also use imitation. It just will taste a bit different. Now, here's my ice cream maker, and how it works is basically you have the frozen bowl. I recommend you freeze your bowl, like, if you can fit it in your freezer at all times, go ahead and do that, because it just makes it so much colder. But I have my frozen bowl, and then I've turned on my ice cream maker, and I'm just pouring in all my mixture. Sorry, it's a little hard to see here. This is a 1-quart machine, and it's by Cuisinart. I don't know the exact model, though. And so, yeah, basically, I have found that for my maker, it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to make the ice cream. So I'm just going to let it sit like this here, and I will come back and check on it in a little bit, see how it's doing, and then I'll finally check it. For this ice cream, it was done about 30 minutes, but I gave it 35 just to give it a little bit of extra time. So yeah, here it is after just like 10 minutes or so, and you can already see it's getting thicker. Now, before I show you the end result of this ice cream, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, comment down below what you'd like to see next. I'd really like some suggestions, and ring that notification bell. I have a goal of 100 subscribers, so if you could please subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And now, let me show you the end result of this delicious ice cream. So, here it is after 35 minutes. And you're going to notice that, is this super hard? No, it's very soft. I'd almost say it's similar to a custard, or I wouldn't say soft serve, but sort of that type of texture. You can kind of see here. And so, yeah, it does get better if you let it firm up and let it be in there for a couple hours or even overnight. That was my ice cream consistency at the beginning of the video that you saw. So I've turned on my ice cream machine, and this is the really messy part. You might want to have someone help you with this part, but basically, even though this ice cream recipe makes 1 quart of ice cream, and even though I have a 1 quart machine, it always spills out. I couldn't really tell you why. Now, this part's really messy, so you gotta be careful and have clean hands. But basically, I'm just removing as much of the ice cream as I can from everything. So I gotta clean, or I have to get it all off those sides there, and this big, like the thing that makes ice cream, I don't know what to call it, the spinner? I don't know, whatever. It is messy, but I promise you this ice cream is definitely worth it. Also, at the stage where it was, right before I turned off the ice cream machine, that's a time where you could add in, like, you could add in stuff, like you could add in some M&Ms or cookie dough or brownie bites or really anything you want. So if you want to spice up the recipe, you could definitely do something like that. Now, I had to bake something for something else, so I made some really fun spring sugar cookies. If you want the recipe for this or a video on this, please let me know in the comments down below. But I decided it'd be a really fun dessert to make an ice cream sandwich. Now, you can see the ice cream is spilling out here, and I don't know why, but when I was filming, my dad told me to take off the excess ice cream, so I did that, but you shouldn't do that. It was just for the video clip, but it's really good. I'd recommend putting more ice cream than you see here because it was a really thin layer. But this is just a really fun way to spice up the ice cream, and it was really, really good. So I highly recommend making an ice cream sandwich. You can also do it with chocolate chip cookies or anything like that, or just eat it plain. Alrighty guys, that's it for today's Foodie Friday video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please follow me at Cooks by Carrie on Instagram. I post lots of fun photos of the food I cook. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below, turn that notification bell on. And if you want to see any more recipes made from this Ben & Jerry's cookbook, let me know. Or if you want the sugar cookie recipe or any other things you want to see, let me know in the comments down below. Alrighty, bye guys.